Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna use the finale, but since we're not using the finale, since we're not balding it out, then we're gonna leave it as is. Alrighty. So no T-liner, no nothing. We're gonna go straight just into the wall. As far as the clips and what I'm using, I'm gonna use the premium guards. Like I said, I'm a little bit more big of a fan of the premium guards than the regular traditional guards you buy. The colored ones, I just like these a little bit better. I feel it a little bit more sturdy. They, I don't know. I just like them better. I've had a lot more better experience with these than the regular, but I mean I can cut with the regular ones too. I can cut with the colored ones. Not a big deal. Alrighty guys, so since we're gonna do a zero, very similar to the video we saw yesterday, some kind of fade like that. Dang, how does it get all tangled? So what I'm thinking is we're probably gonna go to about a 1.5, maybe a 2 up here. And then we'll do a clip over comb to blend this in, and then we'll do some shear work on top to kind of get rid of some of the rest of the bulk here. We can even do a feather razor over comb, which we'll get into that as well. All right. So to start, again, we're gonna keep a low fade, a zero closed. We're gonna come in. He's kind of already got a haircut, but we're gonna kind of just clean it up a little bit. So you can tell the kind of style that he has, right? He kind of drops it in the back, and then we're going to have this blend in with the back here. So we're going to do the same thing. We'll drop the fade in the back, keep it real low, and then just blend in as we go. Again, all wall, nothing else.
Low, like low.
Yeah, super low. So a lot of the times you can see the shape that he had or like the haircut that he's done before. You know, you want to keep an eye out for that. Most clients are going to come in, usually get, for the most part, keep the same kind of haircut. You'd be surprised how many people come in and they say, oh, I want the same kind of haircut, just, shorter. Same style. So, get a look at the hair, see what they like, see what the kind of cut they're getting, and then keep the same style. So we'll clean up all the neck at the very end. Again, guys, don't be too, I've seen a lot of you guys too, where you want to take too much time back down here in the bottom and move all this. We'll take care of that at the end, right? Once you take off the drape, we'll just take care of the last little hairs in the bottom. Don't worry too much about that. We're just going to kind of get the natural shape right now and go from there. Salute.
Salute.
So I always want to watch the ear. Alright, so that's it. We got the basic shape. We're going to keep it a real low fade. I'm not going to go too high. What I also want to do is double check is make sure the lines are straight, right?
Straight.
Do they look good? Yeah? Looks even? Alright, cool. So we'll go from there. So what's the next step after that? So I'll write on the board. Again, I know, right? We're fading with my steps, right? So number 1, we did the zero closed. So I'll put here closed. And then my next step is going to be a 0 halfway open. That'll be my next step. Okay, so get the wall. So this will be fully open. That's fully closed. So we're going to be somewhere in the ballpark in the middle. So right about there. About halfway closed or halfway open, depending on what kind of person you are. So we're just going to go in here. Alright. Oh, your shoelace? So we're just going to go about a half an inch, a quarter of an inch, whatever you want to call it. You can go as high as you want. We're just going to fade it in as we go. So again, what am I looking for? What are we looking for? Like right here, right away, I can see there's a little bit of a line here. So I'll close it just slightly and hit that real quick. There you go. And then go back to the original halfway open and then continue on. So that's what I like to do when I'm cutting these kind of hair, especially with the walls, because again, there's not too much play with the wall lever. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. I like it. Like I said, I do like the walls for quick fades. Nothing wrong with my walls. I love my walls. All right, there we go. So that was halfway open, right? Do you guys see any hard lines, anything like that? Nothing too much, right? So any kind of line that I would see right away, I would just kind of knock it out now that we're here. But I don't see any kind of hard lines, nothing like that. Everything looks pretty good. All right. So then after that, what's next? Anybody even know? No, actually I kind of skipped that. I go to the half clip. Closed. All right. I found that with the 0 all the way open, it doesn't really cut as much. And then I'm going to get the same technique. This will still cut down more than the 0 all the way open will. Because the 0 all the way open up is almost, I wouldn't say almost a fully a 1, but it's like 3/4 almost to a 1. So this 0, you're still going to cut less with this anyway. So you're going to go back and just kind of, but I like the half clip. I really do. One thing I do like about the walls, their half clip is pretty awesome. I love how it just will start to make that blend pop. Right, and that's what I like about. I really do like about the halves. I haven't really experienced that much with other machines, half guards or the 0 guards like the Andis one. I really haven't seen that too much. I've seen it's really only with the half guard on the wall that I've seen that once you start hitting, which you'll see right now, it'll really start to kind of make that blend pop. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's just a wall, but that's just been my experience. So we're gonna do a half clip closed and. So right here, when you start getting to like the thicker areas here, that if we haven't done a clip over comb or gotten that bulk down, what I'll do is I'll go where I need to go with the fade, and then I'll just flick out to get these little like last hairs out of the way. Again, if you guys notice, I'm kind of just listening for the sound. I fade, I'm pretty quick when it comes to the fading, but I'm just listening for the sound of it cutting. And as soon as I hear it, then I'm kind of just like, I scoop out. Alright, so you'll start to see a little bit more of the blend popping out. It'll happen more once I open it up halfway. So I usually take a little bit more time with the half guard, just because that's where you're really gonna have this blend pop. All right, so that's.
Are you digging or are you flicking?
No, I'm pretty much going either flush with the hair, and so I'm going flush, and then I'll flick out at the very end. So I'll kind of go like this and then flick out.
All right,
So that's kind of like my motion. I'm not going like this. I'm going more like flush with the skin and kind of blending out. Yeah, and then so that was halfway clip closed. We're gonna jump into a half clip, halfway open. I know, half of a half. Crazy. All right, so now we get into halfway open and just continue this fade. All right, there we go. And then we're done with the half clip. Again, I know Joe's gonna ask me again, how come I don't go all the way open? For some reason, I've always found that the half guard all the way open, when I'm fading, as far as when I fade this way, it really doesn't cut much. So it kind of, and I sometimes feel like it will pull the hair for some odd reason. I don't know, it's just I think just because I'm blending short to long, and sometimes the bulk will be here, so that's why one of the reasons why I don't use a fully all the way open. But even in the video yesterday, what did the guy say? He said that the half clip all the way open is longer than the one closed, so you can actually jump the halfway all the way open and do like a one like halfway open, and that'll blend in with each other. So instead of going halfway all the way open, I'm gonna go to a one clip close and then continue on. So basically I'm just skipping that one step. So now we're gonna jump into a one clip closed will be my next step. So my one guard closed, and again guys, as I'm going through this haircut, I'm keeping the same exact shape that I've had the whole way through, because again we're gonna blend it to the top, so I'm just keeping the exact same shape. Okay, so that was halfway, a one clip closed. Now we're gonna go halfway open. Sorry, you wanna jump on this side? I'll swap you. So again, what you'll notice guys is once I end on one side, I start there again and I just go back around the whole head. I've seen some of you guys fade. I give you guys mad props that can fade section by section and then connect it all together. I can't do that. That would just confuse the crap out of me. I can't do it. I've seen some of you guys have like amazing fades here, amazing fades here, and then they connect in the back somehow. I'm like, that's crazy to me. I just can't. I've never been